Hello, TikTok.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Everybody's set. Look at that. Why does it always do that?
I don't know. Hey, y'all. It is
Hey, y'all.
Thursday. Oh, she's
on.
trying to knock me over.
I'm not trying to knock you over. It's some heels.
It is a lot of hip action right there.
Yeah, but it's just narrowing down, girl.
I know.
What's going on?
Welcome to the T&T Podcast, y'all. It is Thursday. It is Thursday.
All right. Is it Thursday?
It is. It is.
It is. Hey.
Hey, welcome.
Okay, so let's see who we got. Hey, Ice Manning, you guys, this is a good one, y'all. We've got the godfather of West Coast rap.
There's got to be some hip-hop lovers on here today. Right?
Oh, and it's so sad because we just lost Rob Bass a few days ago. Remember?
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we just lost Rob Bass. He
no,
passed
I
away.
heard
May he rest
that.
in peace.
Yes.
Yeah, we lost him.
Oh,
so,
no.
and we've got the godfather, Lonzo. What's his last name? I know he was in that movie Straight Outta Compton.
Yes, Williams, I would think.
Is it Williams?
Yes.
Yeah, our producer has to tell us, y'all. Yeah, it's been a while.
Hey, y'all, come on in, share it, like and share. Hi, Peter. Welcome.
Welcome.
We would love to get your perspective on what really men want, particularly black men. What is going on?
I don't know. You know what? We talk about what they want, but I am excited today because we usually sit here and try to talk about it. But we've got somebody joining us today that's going to give their perspective, and I can't wait till he gets on here because I got it.
And C-Trey, we see you. We're going to ask you to come up too.
Yes.
Because you know you have some amazing perspective. So today we're going to have a men's panel. We want to know what the men are saying about what they really want, right? Ladies, we always think we know, but we don't. So let's talk about it, men. C-Trey, you up for it?
So we've got Alonzo joining us.
Lonzo.
Oh, that's right. He's only Alonzo if it's on the check. I forgot. So here we go. He is
Wait a minute,
the man
wait,
behind West Coast
wait a
Rap,
minute.
right? So he's got to dial in.
Okay, cool.
Oh, you down, C-Trey?
Okay.
Hey, and I'm so sorry your live is on Thursday. That's Bible study night.
Wednesday's usually Bible study night. Wednesday, ain't it?
Chad, congratulations.
Well, then we know you could really talk to what men want.
Yeah, if you want to dial in, because we're going to have a panel. You know what? All these women online speculating about what men want. We're going to get it straight from the horse's mouth. That's what my papa used to say. Get it from the horse's
what your papa
mouth.
said?
My papa was a wise man.
Yes, he was. And so, can y'all hear us okay? Yeah? Okay. Good.
Okay, I got to move this so I can see. I got to make sure I see.
So if you guys have not been tuning in, we have been on just a series talking about black love. You know what I'm talking about? And we've had some amazing, did y'all see the monogamy, polyamory? We've had some really key discussions.
The one that went off the chain was a polyamorous. Old boy came on here talking about his girlfriend and his girlfriend, and the girlfriend.
Is that what men want, though? I can't believe that's got to be what men really want these days. Yeah. Okay, Lonzo, we're trying to get you to accept the invite.
Yeah. Somebody said, huh? Yeah.
Maybe that's
what they want. He had an answer for everything. Didn't he, though?
He did, though,
didn't he?
He did.
I mean, we couldn't stomp that. I like to call him so. But that's
so,
okay,
Lonzo, if you are trying to get on, we need you to accept the invite.
We are back. Yes, we back. We are 007. Hey, make sure y'all share.
Share. We are wanting to talk to the men today. Men, we want to hear from your mouth. We've heard it all. I want peace. But there has to be a little bit more context to what that really means.
You know what? Because I always say, I give you peace of my mind, piece of action.
Hey, y'all, like and share. Please share so we can get people coming on here today. Because this is a good one.
Yeah, we are. We're back. We're back on Thursday.
Yes.
Where have you been, 007? We've been
for about a month, right?
Yeah, we missed you. We had to go back to Thursdays.
Well, Thursday or Friday.
It seems our schedule.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Well, all I can say is Lonzo, if you're on here when we're trying to get to you, it shows that you're declining. So we're not sure how to. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully.
If not, I'm gonna break out into song. Y'all want to hear me sing? Y'all trust me. Y'all don't want that. Y'all do not want that. So I have a question though. If it wasn't a stigma, how many men on here would be okay being in a polyamorous relationship? How many?
I don't know. Would you thumbs up or thumbs down? We hope you say thumbs down, but you might be saying thumbs up. And if that's the case, we need to talk to you.
Oh, they want peace. Think it's fair for a man to help set the table for peace.
Absolutely.
That's it. A woman can only multiply what they receive. So if you're bringing them chaos, then they're going to multiply the chaos.
That's good, Tina. That
thumbs
is good.
Thumbs down? Wait a minute. Oh, Mark, you actually could do thumbs up? Why? That's just, I mean.
All right, we're going to pull some of y'all in here to discuss this because.
If you can't afford it.
What's that mean? What was the question?
I asked them, would they be in a polyamorous relationship if they could get away with it, if it wasn't such a stigma? And they're like,
there were thumbs ups?
Yeah, we had one say, somebody said if they can afford it.
You can't tell me that's what men want these days. And that's
girl,
oh my.
Listen, with these gas prices and grocery prices.
No, that would seem more expensive.
No, some people probably
Chad
said
said no. Thank you, Chad. Chad says no, none of that. None of that.
Say it right.
What?
They might not can afford not to with these prices. They might have to pool. We might be pooling money together for buying a tank of gas.
I've been around. It looks good on paper, but hello, on paper it might, but not in real life.
Thank you. That's what I say. If God didn't ordain it, it's not for me. That's exactly what I say, handsome Warren. Exactly what I say.
See, Trey, where you at? You want to jump on and talk about this a little bit?
Shoot.
Somebody. Because Lonzo, we can't get Lonzo's to pull up.
Did somebody tell Alonzo what my question was going to be?
I don't know.
That's why. Yet. Lonzo, if you on here.
Hey, user.
Are you going to hop on? Because I really got a serious question for you.
Oh, we're here, but we're inviting you. Can you accept the invite?
Yeah, he says Lonzo here because I got a real.
So how do we get him to? Can y'all direct us to how to help direct him to accept?
She's invited you.
Okay, hold on. So you got to just click accept. We've been waiting for you, sir. Come on, Lonzo, accept the request. Okay, we keep sending
it. I think he said you're breathtaking. Say thank you.
Thank you.
You blowing kisses and stuff. You gotta do.
I know, but he appreciates beauty. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Hey, wait. Okay, he says where. So
I just did it again.
So she just did it again. It should pop up, and then you accept it.
Hey.
Lonzo, so it's gonna pop up on your screen, and then you accept it.
Hey, DJ Slay.
So it says that you keep declining.
He says where?
Where is it? Y'all, we're going to work through this. Give us a moment. So, when you do it, it should pop up and then you say accept.
How did you know it was my birthday, Ben? Yeah, I celebrated last month. This is the last. Is he still in May?
Well, wait a minute, Mark. Wait a minute. Mark, we do believe you when you tell us the truth, but we're just like, is that really the real focus here? Is that your happiness comes from being with a multitude of women?
Hey,
I
Kevin.
can't imagine that. Hey, Kevin.
Hey.
We're talking today about what men really want, and we had a special guest, but he's having a little trouble getting on. So,
I can't believe Robert said a lot of people have tried it and it didn't work. Really? Do you know some people personally that, hey, you guys up there, do you know some people that tried it and it didn't work?
He says he can't get
Oh,
in.
Happy birthday.
Oh, you know why, Lonzo? You need to go to your other platform, maybe. The one that says the Godfather one, and maybe that will allow you to do it. Because, you know what I'm saying? You might be on the wrong. Can you go to your other profile? And that has at least 1,000 followers, and maybe that's why. Try that one. I hope he's understanding what I'm saying.
What did I do, Mark? You just did it again. What did I do?
What did she do, Mark?
I'm sure it's probably me. I'm used to it.
All right. Oh, Classy and Smart is back again. Yay! Welcome back. Hey, girl. We are trying to figure out today. We want to let the men talk. So anybody want to jump in?
Thank you, Ben.
All right, C. Trey, let's see what you're talking about today.
Oh my goodness. You know I'm always trying to bring some type of smoke, some type of
Why
fire.
you always got to bring the smoke?
Hey, I want to address what Dr. Woods has asked. He said, what is the topic today? We want to know, the ladies want to know what black men really want. Because you guys, you talk about peace all the time, but you got to go a little bit deeper than that.
Okay, let me see if I can help you out. All right.
Thank you.
All
right, so
tell us, what do they want? What do you want? What are you looking for?
Oh, I'm definitely in this group of men that wants what I'm getting ready to tell you.
Ooh, okay.
So
let me take a pen. Nope.
Oh, we ain't got. This is my lip gloss. Sorry.
Go ahead. Let's go.
Yeah. Get a pen and get some AI notes on this too.
Okay.
All right. Men do not just want sex. Let's be clear. Most men.
Whoa! What happened?
Opus. Not your dumb ass either.
What is happening here? Whoa. Oh, we got cut off. We're having some technical
You got the
difficulties
right
here.
one today.
Oh goodness.
Okay, I guess I'm back.
No,
There we
Kevin,
go.
we don't. Hold on, Kevin. We don't think all men are the same. That's why we'd like to give you guys a platform to jump on here and tell us what ladies should know. So we know all men are different. So we agree.
Right.
C-Trade, you have the stage.
All right, take it from the top.
Yes, sir.
All men do not just want smacks. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why Libby dropped it.
I didn't cut you off. It was TikTok did it.
So we
No
gotta
problem.
say other stuff, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
smacks. Yeah. But most men do want peace. That's at the top of the list. But also loyalty, respect. We like a little emotional safety too, ladies. Okay. Guess what? We like some appreciation as well. Some consistency, a purpose partner, not just a partnership, a purpose partner.
I like
All
that. I
right.
love that.
And how about this? Support without constant pressure.
Okay.
All right. So a man wants to feel like home is not another battlefield. And a lot of men are emotionally exhausted. But here's the reason why. Not because they're weak, but because many feel like they are only loved for what they provide, what they fix, what they pay for, and how useful they are. So most men are, yes, ma'am, most men are starving for peace without performance.
Okay.
Starving for it.
So you're saying that it's connected to how well they perform what in the home, as a husband, as a mate. That's where their appreciation comes in. They're just not appreciated for just being who they are. I mean, what are you saying?
Just like you want to be seen, we want to be seen. Just like you want to be appreciated, we want to be appreciated. Just like you want that emotional intelligence, okay? Can you provide that covering for us too? All right? Because what we again, a place we want a place where we do not have to constantly prove ourselves. All right? Defend ourselves, explain ourselves, audition for love. Yeah,
Wow.
walk on.
Is that how you have felt? I mean, how do women make sure that comes across to you that you are accepted, that we love you for you? What does that look like to you?
When I'm able to when she's able to provide that, then I'm able to have peace and freedom. Exactly.
Okay.
To where you know what, I can be my goofy side and I can be my business side. I can be all elements of myself.
Somebody's saying, what does any of what you're saying, what does it look like?
Like examples.
An example of peace.
Well, what you just said.
Everybody keeps saying the same thing, and women are like, what does that look like? Because I think that's the problem. A lot of men say what you're saying, and they're like, okay.
And I just asked them for
What
an example.
does it look like? Like the example.
Okay. All right. So what does that look like? So let's all right. So what does this actually look like in the real life? It looks like a man. Okay. It looks like a man coming home after carrying pressure all day and not feeling like he just walked into another war zone. It looks like a woman saying, "Talk to me. What's been weighing on you?" Instead of immediately criticizing his tone, energy, and shortcomings. That's what it looks like. All right. It looks like peace during the disagreement. Can we find not just agree to disagree?
Okay, so
You know what I'm saying?
just articulate what you want.
Yeah, I mean, we're telling you what we want, but if you're not doing it, is it because you can't provide it or you won't provide it?
So Top Flight Security has said, hey, what about for the woman? We go through stuff. A lot of us are black women. We go through stuff as well.
But you ask the men.
True.
But you ask the men.
She's saying, I'm not putting words in her mouth, but she's saying, is that reciprocity? Or is that only what I need to make me feel like I'm home, this is what I need?
For that formula, for that woman and that man, they could look at reciprocity. Okay. But maybe what he needs is an area that she needs to grow in. Okay. And what I need to provide for her is something that I need to grow in and develop in myself. All right. Like for instance, I had to develop and grow in empathy. I didn't know what that was. What is over there? Y'all got me looking.
No, see, our producer's over there.
Over there.
She's making us sure we don't miss anything.
Comments.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's what's up.
what is
So
it
that's
that
what it
you
looks
guys
like.
prefer? Would you just prefer that women don't tell you if something's bothering us?
No, I want you to tell me everything, okay? But I also don't want to be the villain, especially when it's not my, if it's not my fault. But even if it is, can you talk to me without villainizing me? All right? Can we have that conversation? If there's anything that a woman has that is their superpower, it's influence. They know how to influence that man. They know how
Some
to
people
speak to
would
that
say
man.
it's some
What's
people would
that?
say it's manipulation. They wouldn't say it's influence. They would say it's manipulation.
It's all in how. Okay, let's look at your intent, and are you really coming from that true heart posture, or are you truly trying to manipulate this man to get what you want? And then he's got to have the discernment to know how she's approaching.
I think, ladies, if you're listening to this, and what I'm learning myself, honestly, it's about our tone. It's about how we are communicating. Are we still walking in our highest femininity in communicating?
okay.
Is that what you're kind of saying as well?
I think that exactly what he's saying, but I'm going to tell you something. It's difficult, and I've had to learn this myself. When you are put in a role where you are the head of your house, whether it's willingly or unwillingly, sometimes as women, it's hard for us to take a step back because we have to feel like we're always on. And I think what we need to realize, even for Black sisters, the problem is now we've had the reins so long that we don't want to put our trust in a man to lead us. We have all these requirements. It's the truth. They do. Where we going? How we getting there? You should. If it's your husband, you should trust his leadership and just go.
Well, and I'm with you 1,000%. But because there's a perception that there aren't enough men out here, women are taking whatever they can get sometimes.
I'm not.
And
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate.
It is.
When you should hold your ground.
That's unfortunate because here's the thing: when somebody's moving like that, let's go back to what Tina said, okay?
Yeah.
Because sometimes there's a clash of systems. There's survival systems where women had to be the head, okay, by default sometimes. Okay, let's call it what it is. So there's survival systems versus covenant systems.
Right.
And there's a bit of a clash there. Okay. Because here's the thing. It all starts from healthy love, a God-fearing love. All right. It's a healthy love. And healthy love does not require a person to lose their worth, their opinions, their personalities, or their purpose or individuality. That's not covenant. Oh, see, that's emotional control. But relationships do require people to surrender unhealthy defense mechanisms that build in survival mode. Yeah.
But don't you think that comes from both sides?
Again, you pose this question to the men.
Right.
So I'm speaking from that point. But I'm not going to sit here and say no, but it's absolutely true. This is reciprocation. Can we honor each other? Okay.
Right.
We're not always needing control. Okay. We don't want to push people away. We're not refusing accountability, not at all. But those systems may protect them before, but now they are blocking intimacy, trust, and peace.
Exactly. He's right.
All right. And that's what we're running into. Good brothers are running into out here. Because sometimes the biggest wall, hear me out. Sometimes the biggest wall is not rebellion. It's fear disguised as strength. I know you scared. I know you scared. I know this is a lot. All right. But here's the thing. Some people do not resist love, ladies, because they are defiant. They resist it because they are afraid to trust and depend and be vulnerable. I got you. But guess what? But then they disguise it as strength. They disguise it as being independent. They disguise it as not needing anybody. But underneath it is often unresolved fear. And guess what? You done turned it into an armor that this brother's got to break down.
Okay, so we got so many comments. Somebody said, I don't know who made this comment. They said, so you want a woman to follow you and What she said?
And bring out the best in you.
Yes, because I'm going to tell you what happens. If I feel that if we get in a position where we are in our feminine and we are following and doing exactly what the Lord tells us to do in His Word, for sure, the man is the head of the house. Guess what? You are bringing out the best in him, because when we get behind our brothers and we're uplifting them, I know my late husband used to tell me he felt like he could go out there and conquer the world. There is nothing like a strong, supportive wife in the house, following her husband's lead, taking guidance and direction. I mean, it gives them a new sense of self and purpose. They have everything out there attacking them when they go out there.
I think what you're saying is women need to speak into their men.
They do. Speak life and not death.
Not death.
Right.
Speak life and not death.
Yeah.
So I'll land my plane with this, okay? Because I know you guys got a lot on this topic.
Yeah.
How about this? For a man should absolutely inspire leadership. Now, I choose my words correctly.
Inspire. Yep.
A man should absolutely inspire leadership, trust, and safety, and direction worth following. Okay. But a healthy relationship should not feel like a nonstop campaign to convince someone to respect your position, your vision, and your leadership.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yes.
Because how about this? Real alignment is recognized, not forced. I shouldn't have to convince you I'm a leader. I'm showing it. I'm displaying it. I'm moving as that man, that purpose man, the God that He put me on this place in this earth to be. So a woman who truly believes in her man naturally wants that support and build, encourage, protect the peace, not because she's weak, but because she sees the vision, the character, and the consistency in that man, connected to that man. Okay.
Man, I got it.
There's so many comments. Somebody saying, lead us where most men are lost. Some are lost.
There's a lady saying that. So
there's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of hurt ladies out there. There's a lot of hurt women out there. But we're not going to have the wounded guiding the wounded no more.
That's what needs to change.
Exactly.
That's it.
So let me ask you something. One of the most popular shows that we had most recently was the polyamorous, for some reason, right? It just shot through the roof. And that is a non-traditional relationship. My question is, do you think men are gearing more towards that these days, and it's the cause of social media? Or can you talk a little bit about that? Because why is that such a phenomenon now?
Oh my goodness, that thing is crazy.
It is.
Here's my slow take. I call it a slow take on it because I don't indulge or entertain it whatsoever. Okay. Our men leading us now. Look at where we at. All right, hurt people.
Hold on, you got one man leading us straight to
So here's this up. People are turning towards poly for a lot of different reasons. And not all of them are shallow or rebellious. A big part of it on the rise comes from how modern culture now views it. Okay. They see it as a commitment and identity. A lot of people, they are skeptical of traditional relationships because they've watched the divorce, the cheating, the emotional neglect, and all that, and all the broken homes. So many people conclude, hey, maybe one person was never supposed to meet all my needs, and others are chasing, variety and things of that nature. Okay, but that is where poly sometimes can be a way to manage emotional insecurity without fully confronting me. Okay.
So Nitro says it's not a phenomenon.
Hi, Rodney. Thank you for joining us too.
Nitro says it's not a phenomenon. People are just now talking about it more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure that's true.
I think some people.
I get it because look, it can feel safer to spread. It can feel safer to spread emotional attachment across multiple people than fully trust one person. I get that. I totally get that. But I look at what was Guy's original design, and I'll land my plane there.
Thank you. We appreciate you so much, as always.
Bye, ladies.
Hopefully next week. All right, Rodney, thank you. Welcome to the T&T Podcast. We appreciate you. What are your thoughts on this?
We lost Rodney.
This is a good topic. Can you hear me now?
What's your thoughts?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
We can. So
to kind of caveat on what C-Trey, one of his last comments, I think is not discussed enough emotional insecurity that's in a lot of people. And I say people, I choose the word. I know this topic is, we're focusing on the men, but as a whole, as I see you all doing, talking, this is more on us as a whole, because a woman is a man with a womb.
Yes, that's true.
that's true.
So when we realize that the emotional insecurity that's in a lot of people drives people in directions that they really shouldn't go.
Okay.
The driving force behind, I believe, behind poly, with the last thing you all were kind of speaking on, I believe is emotional insecurity. Whereas when you don't feel you're enough for just one person, I mean,
You think that's where it
and
comes
then you
from?
convince
Feel
other
good?
people to, right, you convince other people to go along with your insecurity.
Oh, I love that's it. I love what somebody says. When we realize it's us, we can stop and we all win. The main thing for us is what we want to see, especially in our community, is the friction that's between the black man and the black woman. And I think stop the madness. That's what I want. Stop the madness. And part of it starts with, I think with us women, we need to take a step back. We really do. But someone just posted on here.
Thank you so much, Rodney. We appreciate you.
A young lady just posted on here tomorrow. Well, what if you're a natural born leader?
Yeah.
Fine. We're leaders. We
leaders.
both run our companies. But the difference is when my husband was alive and I went home, I left that stayed out on the porch. That stayed. I didn't bring that. I didn't come and try to run my house the same way I run my company. My husband was the head of the house. And that's the way it's supposed to be.
I think part of why we talk about this so much is our passion, number one. Let me just share with you some stats, okay? Only about 30% of Black Americans are even married.
That means we have 10. There's only 3 people married. That's sad.
That's crazy. If you compare that to all other ethnicities, we are the very lowest.
Compare that to the wealth gap.
Compare that
to
the
young.
to that.
Compare that to how many young African Americans are incarcerated right now.
Yeah.
There's something broken in our community.
Exactly. And we are just wanting to have the conversations so that we all can be better. So Lonzo, we keep inviting you. We're trying to invite you. When the invite is sent out, you have to hit accept.
I have a question. Is there anyone on here that got divorced after 20 years or more of marriage?
We sure want to talk to you.
I want to know. After 20, I ask people that.
Or even 20 plus years of marriage, and that you got a divorce. Why? Pastor Michael, we are broken. They're men and women. We're not pointing fingers at men. We're asking.
Somebody said about making more money. It is not about, it ain't my money anyway. It's our money. So it doesn't matter who makes the most money. I've made more money than
our
most
money,
of
right?
It
should be our money. And why do people not have that mentality anymore? It's very me, my.
Everybody's selfish, as you know. What? Stop being selfish.
Is that? Men, ladies, are you all finding that? Is that why these stats are so horrible? Nearly 50% of Black adults have never been married. Ooh,
Thank you, Mo to Black. Marriage helps both make more money. It does. And you put your resources together and invest. That's what other cultures do.
Gwendolyn, are you saying after 15 years, that's why you got a divorce, because somebody had a gambling problem?
The woman never showed up. I'm so sorry for that.
Oh, no.
Go in deep prayer. Value problems. So they don't have any value. Oh my gosh, after 22 years, I looked at myself in the mirror and realized it was never my job to try to make her. Ooh, that's deep. Nitro said that was a deep one. You see that?
What?
He said after 22 years, he looked, he wasn't trying. No, people have to find the happiness within themselves. You can't make someone happy.
Oh, no.
Besides, I don't want happy, I want joy. Happy based on what's happening.
Let's present something. Why do men talk about peace when peace is not given can't be given by somebody else. Peace is within you.
You better have it.
You know what I'm saying? So
How
why
you
do
gonna
people
get
say
peace
that all
if
the
you're
time?
not bringing peace? How you gonna get peace if you're not bringing
That's
peace?
the question.
Hey, Pastor Michael, how are you?
Thank you, Pastor Michael, for joining today. We are ecstatic to have you.
All right, I feel the love.
Thank you.
What are your comments about this?
I came in a little bit late today, but
That's
But you
okay.
still
We're glad
here.
you're here.
Yeah.
from what I heard, I would like us to try to evaluate that as a community, our values are broken. We value
Woo, Pastor.
finances and self accomplishment over people.
You said
So
it.
if your value is in, your position in society or on your job or at your business or in your finances, then, then whenever anything seems to give the appearance of conflict with that, then you will, gravitate to your things instead of people, right?
Ooh, right.
And for those who are faith based and believe in God or believe as we do, they realize that what does it profit a man to gain the whole world but to lose his soul?
That's what he says.
Yeah.
And then when you realize that is that money you can make, money you can lose, and if you made it before, you can make it again, right?
That's it. Facts.
We have the fear of losing things in a marriage. So as a community, we don't value marriage. We figured
He said
that
it.
if I get married and it don't work and he or she take half of what I earn instead of half of what we earn, then there, then there's that fear there, and then we run from it, right? Or we have fear of being hurt again. Love is a risk. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that you're not going to get hurt, but there's a guarantee that you will get hurt, right?
Right.
And that's the understanding part. Hurt don't last forever. When you think about trouble, don't last always.
Yeah.
True. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
You're not going to always be happy all the time, man. And expectations too, right? So we were raised in fairy tale land as youth to believe that love is perfect, right? So when you find
It's not.
Yeah.
when you find your person, you figure that if we argue, if we yell at each other, if we don't communicate to my expectations, then this is not perfect. See, in the older days, they had the value of commitment. Like if I said I was going to do something, then I'm going to do it, and I'm not going to let nothing or no one shift me from my commitment. I can't force you to keep yours, but I can keep my commitment.
Right.
And that's why their marriages lasted longer. But
That's it. So do you think that what has happened is that really we're comfortable in our sin?
No doubt.
Reason why I say that is because somebody just said, do we feel that civil union has made it harder in the Black community for marriages? I think so, because I know people that have been together 30 years and they are not married.
That's crazy.
I dated a guy that said, what's the difference about marriage? Just a piece of paper, just a piece of paper. Dude, really? Is that what we think? Really? So I think
without the lack of commitment, then
Hey, Gwendolyn.
it's easier to walk away.
Exactly.
It's easier to walk away when there's
Exactly.
No skin in there. Hi, Gwendolyn.
Well, we
you're
appreciate you,
gorgeous.
Pastor. Thank you
Hi,
so much for your
Pastor.
comments today.
God
We
bless.
appreciate you.
Hi, Gwendolyn.
Hey, Gwendolyn.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Good. I haven't been on here long, but I was listening, and I also commented on the reason why I ended my marriage. I was married 15 years ago. Well, 15. Well, I think 15. We made it to 14 years.
Okay.
And I will say that life is complicated. And I hear what you all say, but sometimes it's not as easy to stick within a situation that becomes completely drained,
Yeah.
Been there, done that. I know
So, yeah. And in my situation, my ex-husband was a gambler, and it drained us financially, even to the point where we became homeless.
Oh.
And yes, it was really bad. And the end for me was the day I had to stand up in court after letting my husband lead me which I'm not complaining about. I literally went and drained money out of accounts that I had saved and gave it to him to pay our rent. The moment I stood up in court and the judge asked me, pretty much, what do you have to say? He's going to make a decision. I said, I have nothing else to say, because right before walking into that room, I found out that we were 3 months behind and not one, and that every one of those payments had went elsewhere. But again, that's just a short snippet of what I went through. And at that point, I made a decision that no more, I understand. And I was a strong believer to death do us part.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I'm also a survivor, or a person that is in a real world situation, and I didn't want death to be a part because of the situation, if that makes sense. That situation was killing me. It was killing my kids. It was
you had to get out of that.
Yeah, so I hear when people say, to death do its part, and they speak on the Bible, and I understand that. And I had to deal with the fact of what I grew up believing, what I read, what I was taught when it came to marriage. And so we have to kind of look at things a little deeper. And I don't know how to get people to do that and not be so judgmental, because a lot of us don't walk in the shoes of the other person before we, tell them what they're supposed to do biblically.
I think the key of it is you follow and clarify that. Follow your husband as he follows Christ. Because Christ wouldn't have been going to no gambling shack.
And that's what
Thank
I
you.
want to
And that
ask.
sounds a lot better. And I wish that you could write that down.
I don't
And I wish you could practice saying that more often.
Yeah. Don't follow foolery.
I want to know, in retrospect, now that you've been through that, were there red flags, warning signs in the beginning or throughout a lot earlier on that you overlooked?
Now, I will say this. In my situation, the answer would be no red flags in the beginning. Wow. And I will say for most individuals, people speak on red flags, but the average person does not see a red flag before they see the red flag. Does that make sense? People have masks on when they meet you, and some people don't even have problems when they meet you. Some of these things happen later. So do most people see red flags? I think we kind of want to lean on saying yes, people do, but I want to lean towards no. Most people put their best foot forward in relationships, and it doesn't happen for a date. People can wear a mask for years to come, and then one day you finally see them. So I think that we put too much pressure on the person who's been victimized by asking that question. That question is, and we automatically assume, oh, she had to or he had to see red flags. Honey, red flags don't appear that quick.
No, I didn't have, in my first marriage, there was no red flags. Even though I kept telling him, when you are married, you don't run around with single men.
See, I didn't hear about your backdrop. So you're not divorced. You're. I thought maybe your husband passed when you divorced.
No, I was.
Well, hold on.
Married, then widowed.
Okay.
Then divorced.
Okay, and now
I don't count that third one.
So it sounds like your husband was bisexual. Is that the proper term?
Hey, where'd you get from?
Oh, because I heard you say running around with men, so you weren't talking about your ex.
No. Like hanging out. Oh no, not like that. Hanging out.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Going to strip clubs.
Okay, got you.
Like
when
when you're married, it's best to hang out with other married couples and leave your single life behind.
Not single men going to strip clubs, putting dollars in these women's nasty juice.
Got you. I got you. Understood.
That was his vice, babe. You had gambling. He was over there, what they call it, the Players Club.
Okay.
So we appreciate you so much for sharing that, and we're going to continue to pray for you as God elevates you in that relationship.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
just gorgeous.
Yeah. So, you know what? We get it from both sides. Men and women are trying to figure this thing out. We've all been duped at one time or another. And now this is why these conversations are essential, don't you think?
It's very essential because I wanted to know why. Men always say they want peace.
Yeah.
But women want to know, okay, maybe I can get, what does that look like? What do you mean? And I think what happens to a lot of women, because I've talked to quite a few, they say, they just want me to shut up and take whatever they're dishing out.
That's not what they're saying.
That's not what they're saying.
No. So there's another gentleman that would like to come up and give his perspective. We'd love it because this is a safe environment for people just to share their thoughts. It's just people's perspectives.
Someone
That's
said,
all.
I'm 25. I want marriage, but it's made out to be.
Oh,
it's not
no, it's
negative.
not.
It's not.
Yeah.
I had my late husband. I had a beautiful marriage, 14 years. Don't buy into it, please. And see, that's what I don't.
We
want
always
that.
have couples on here that have been married for 20, 30, 45 years. So be encouraged.
No, matter of fact, the ones that are on here that are saying, like, we had somebody 25
Yeah.
years, put some positive words for that young person. I can't
that's
tell who it is.
Yeah.
And let them, give
Anybody
them
that's
some words
married.
of encouragement. Because
Okay, Nico, what's Nico saying? Is it wrong for a man to say how do I lead?
how do I lead?
No.
No,
You
ask these
should.
brothers on here.
Yes, you absolutely should.
What
You should.
Men chime in and give us your take. No, it's not. See, at least you're asking for it. Some brothers don't know because maybe what you were raised up with when your father
Or they
is
didn't have
different,
a
or they didn't
father.
have a father is different. And unfortunately, in our community now, as we go, that's a lot of the case. There's no men in the house.
All
Hi,
right,
Eric, how are
Eric.
you?
We appreciate you joining in today. Would love to hear your insights.
Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing today?
Fantastic.
Fine,
How are
29
you?
years. Thank you. Keep
It's
coming.
great. It's great. It's great. It's great. Do I need to turn my camera on?
It would
If
be
you
great.
can,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice picture,
Well,
though,
I'm in the
but we would
middle.
love to see
Love
your
that
face.
jacket, especially looks like
Yeah.
it's a salmon color. Love that jacket.
Look, I'm in the middle of celebrating my wife's birthday, so I'm not going to be long.
Lovely.
But I want to say this for the young man that says he don't know how to lead. It's
Yes.
kind of difficult for some men to know how to lead if they've never seen it before.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
If they've never had that type of life model before them. Father may have been absentee, or he may not have been the man of God that is needed, that he has needed to be. So that can cause a lot of frustration in a man. It could cause a lot of anxiety in a man because you are now living on an expectation that you don't even know that your wife is putting on you because it's never been discussed. You never sat down and had those hard conversations with your wife. And then there's an expectation that's being built. Well, how you a man and you don't know how to lead, or how you a man and you don't know how to do this. He never may have had that before. So now you bring God into it, because now he's supposed to be a godly man. He's supposed to be a man of God. But if he's never had a relationship with God, how can he have a relationship with you?
That's true.
That's so true.
It's difficult. So now he has all these expectations on him. Now he has all of these things put on him. So now he does not know what to do. And then you have the spirit of pride comes in that he won't even ask.
The spirit
That's
of pride.
it.
That's
That's
it.
it.
That's it.
That's
He,
it.
he won't even ask because now he feels he's too much of a man to ask for help, which bodes a deeper problem, a deeper issue. So it's deep, and I love you guys for having this type of platform
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
for us to vent, for us to ask the hard questions, because I think that when you create a safe space
Yeah.
for people to discuss these things, that
Yes.
it helps a lot. Because you know us, we won't go seek professional help.
Right. Unfortunately.
And that's sad.
It's really sad.
But you're right.
At
You're
least
right.
something like this can give voice to you if you desire to have it.
We want the two. We want men and women. We want to start having a conversation, so we're not talking at each other. We're actually talking to each other, so we can get an
Amen.
understanding, so we can start to heal our community. And I think that's
Amen.
Pikachu that's behind your head. Is that Pikachu? A man that
Well, I
knows how
got
to
a
go get
balloon
him.
for my wife. I got a balloon for my
love
wife.
it.
So it's a
Y'all hear
little
that?
cow that says, "I heard it's your birthday." So
Ah,
I thought it was
so
cute.
See that?
Go
I thought it was cute.
celebrate her. Thank you for doing it
Yeah.
right
Thank
and being an
you.
amazing
Thank you for having me. And anytime, I would love to come back. Thank you for having
Thursday,
me.
12
Thursday,
noon.
tell your wife happy birthday from TNT.
Absolutely.
Will do.
Thank
God
you.
bless.
God
You too.
bless.
Hey,
Well,
Christopher, how are you?
Christopher.
I've been watching you two for over a year, but I haven't seen you guys in months. I never catch your lives anymore.
Welcome. Hey.
Well,
I
so
love
glad you
you're my
joining us
two
today.
favorite women on TikTok. I love you two.
And
We're in the same business. We're all in real estate. Yay for real estate agents.
That's another
Yay for real
thing.
estate.
How's business, Christopher?
You guys are looking marvelous as always. I don't even have to ask how you are. You sound blessed.
Thank
We
you.
are.
And
Like
highly
always.
favored. So
No, I
listen,
was yeah, go ahead.
we want to know
I'm
what
sorry.
men want these days.
Yeah,
You're not don't appear to be a black man, but we love the perspective.
Yes.
Anyway, a man's a man. So what are some thoughts that you can share with all of us about what men are really desiring right now in relationships?
I think kindness, companionship, and truth and true values. I'm at an age. I'm much older than you, and I've been married for 35 years to a black woman from Atlanta, Georgia. So,
Oh, yeah, you
Love
get the honorary
it.
card.
Love it.
Love it.
Love it.
so I mean, I'm taken. But she's getting her weave today, and I'm sitting here waiting for her to get the weave. You know how long that takes? That's 4 hours in the chair.
At least 4.
So anyway,
Might be
at least
6.
4 hours.
Right. Very good.
So how you guys been? What's been going on? I mean,
Wonderful. And look, I have to say this. I want y'all to hear this for the one that was talking about the marriage thing. Notice he said 35 years.
And an interracial relationship, which is another compounded thing, which is it's a
35
phenomenal.
years of that. That's
yeah, but it took me 5 years to get her dad to accept me. 5 years. 5 years.
That's all?
He was from Biloxi, Mississippi. You know. He
Well,
was
that's a
older,
whole
man.
different. I get it. You
Well,
understand
you
why?
turned the tables by just being the man that you are, so that's good. Real
From
good.
Biloxi, Mississippi, he was a white devil.
Uh-oh.
Well, we gave
I
him
saw
a beautiful granddaughter, so he finally caved in after that.
Oh,
We only
that's-
had the one.
That'll
You
do
know
it
what?
every
That's what mom
time.
said. The grandkids do
They'll
it
do
every
it every
time.
time.
My mom said she'd skip being a mom and went straight to being a grandma. She could have.
Well,
And she's
welcome,
now 31 years old, and she's an attorney in Manhattan, New York.
That's
Are you in
congratulations.
there? Oh,
His daughter. His daughter.
Congratulations.
Yeah. She always told me she was going to become a veterinarian,
And
she
she
became
changed.
an attorney for business. Yeah, I'm like, what happened to the dogs and cats you were going to save? And going to go to law school now?
I want
I
y'all to
love
notice.
that.
Y'all notice the difference too. We have a clear person on here. We have a brother. It's a different ball game. I love it. I love it.
Well, I may
love
not be a
Christopher.
brother, but I
love
have
Christopher.
I
love
couldn't
it.
be black. You know what? I got an old saying. Well, actually, it was one of my friends said. He said, "Chris, you couldn't be black, but you made black."
Somebody said, "Love you, Christopher." I know,
that's
right?
sweet.
Elva
That's
said,
sweet.
"Love
Yeah.
you, Christopher." Love it.
Well, thank you for your comments today,
Chris,
and thank you for being a
God
long
bless you.
time
You got
watcher.
wife
It's
and
good to
your
see
daughter.
So
you.
much.
I love
Thursday.
women that love the Lord. So I really enjoy
We
you.
Well,
do.
you
You
love
got
us
two
because
him.
we about
We
that
love
business.
we all about that. We'll bring the smoke.
Yes.
We'll bring the smoke.
Hey, thank you again. Hey, Basic Logic. Welcome to the T&T Podcast.
Well, thank you so much, you two beautiful women of God.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Can you share with us what your take is? What do you think that men want?
Well, yeah, I'll tell you what my take is. I think what some men want, that have grown. I'm 67 years old, so
Okay.
what men really want is wealth, health, good friends, good relationship, and to back that up with a good woman that supports him, that believes in his dreams, and where you believe in her dreams and you support each other and you're submitting to each other. But that's
That's a good one right there. Submitting unto one another, right?
right. That's what the word says if you understand the word of God. But that's what men want. That's what the carnal man wants. That's what flesh wants.
Oh, okay. Now get into the spiritual man. What do you think the spiritual man wants?
Well, spiritual man also. But what do God want? What do God want for me?
That's
Ooh, I gotta sit
good.
back on that one.
That's good.
When you think about what God wants for man, it totally flips what man wants.
Ooh, speak to that, please. Go deeper.
Well, I can't go deeper because I'm not a preacher. I'll leave that to the preachers. But I just know in the study of in my devotion time, I have learned in my 67 years that if you relinquish what you want to what God wants,
Wow.
then you have everything.
You do. That's good. That's good.
I was married for 22 years to a lovely woman. She's no longer with us.
Sorry
we're
about
so
that.
sorry. Yeah.
You know, God took his bride back in 2017. And I had maybe a couple failed relationships trying to recreate.
Don't look at me because I know why she's looking at me.
Trying to recreate
What you had.
that gracious woman that God has sent to me, that loved my dirty underwear.
Yep.
And I loved hers, and we were so much in each other's company. People were surprised after she passed that how close we were as friends. We were not just husband and wife. Someone made a comment.
Best friends.
We were best friends.
Don't get the tissue.
So trying to find that friend again, was difficult until I found God was my friend.
Woo, that's good.
And once I realized God is my friend, the doors swing wide open.
So have you found someone in your life now?
God has sent someone in my life, and it's been since July of last year. And when I tell you the favor of God is upon us.
Oh my gosh, we're so excited to hear that.
Now, at the same time, the enemy is really, really busy.
Because he's mad. He don't like that.
He's really bad. And we just and when I met her, and after she saw the God in me, I saw the God in her, without me even prompting her, she said, "I will be honored if you lead me."
Whoa, ladies, write that line down. Not line, but write that down. Yes. How did that make you feel as a man?
At first, I felt like I was not worthy enough, that I still needed more prayer. I still needed more teachings. But God said it was already inside of you because you have completed your vows.
Ooh.
When I was caring for my deceased wife, there was many friends of mine that their wives received cancer and they left them. They left their wife.
Oh no.
And I stayed with my wife, even when her family stopped dealing with her. I stayed with her to the very end, and I didn't think it meant anything.
But God, everything.
God honors your sacrifice.
Yes.
God reminded me that you completed your vows.
Yeah.
This is what marriage is, and this is what
it is.
And this is what the enemy is trying to destroy, the very idea of it.
Yes.
That's good.
Because there's so many blessings and favor that's attached to it. So of course the enemy don't want you a part of it. And I'm praising God that we just recently in the past few weeks started our own Bible study together.
Yes, that's amazing. So you guys are not married yet, correct?
No, we're married. We married on December 20th, one day before.
Yes. What? Like in 25?
In 2025. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So right now I'm getting ready to head to the YMCA to work out, but God has been have shown that God is a God that He will not lie.
Say it now. You said you're not a pastor, but you sure breaking it down.
Yeah, you sure is. I gotta say, hi Nitro. I want to make sure I acknowledge Nitro too.
Well, I helped to build a lot of churches, so you know.
Hi guys, how are you?
So that's why I honor the theologian that I am not. But
we are so excited. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. Thank you so much.
All the best to you and your new wife.
I love it.
I had to bring my tissue there because he's talking.
All right,
it's my story.
Nitro, she gonna get started. Welcome to the T&T Podcast. How are you, sir?
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. How are you today?
We're wonderful. How are you? What are your thoughts on our topic today?
I tend to look at things from a humanistic point of view, to be honest with you. And when I do, it gives me an opportunity to really view life as it is versus what we've kind of like alluded to create in our own human experience, you know.
Okay.
We create a narrative. You said that your husband was here and your husband is here no longer, and the narrative that you've created is part of the existence of who you are. It's part of the contrast that you got to touch in your experience as being whatever your name is, whoever you are, you know. And so for me, when I look at the experiences of humanity, my experiences, I was married for 22 years, and one day I decided, ah, this okay, boy, the kids are old enough, they're strong, they hear what you have to say. Let the lady be happy, and that made her happy. And to me, that was a beautiful thing to do. So for me, within my own human experience as a man, instead of saying, well, that was something that was good or bad or painful or sad, I see
I
for the
gotta
truth of
ask.
what it is.
Hold on,
You lost us for a second.
So was let the woman be happy? Was that you leaving? Was that when you
Making
said
the decision to do so was one of the most liberating days of my human life.
To get a
you
divorce?
left?
We just want to make sure we
Yes,
understand.
to
Okay.
decide that it is better for you to live the life that you want to live in your own experience rather than continue to try to make something work that I didn't or was unable to do.
Oh, okay.
So
So
for
you saying it
me,
liberated her and you? Is that what you just said?
I
well,
can't get
well,
on the
yes,
point. Make a
yes, because I believe rather than staying in any situation to create disharmony in it, if you've worked on it and you've worked on it and it just doesn't work, it just doesn't work. But the problem is we tend to look at it as this thing that went wrong or this horribleness, and the average human that we talk with, they give us the same idea over and over. All of your friends come up with the same idea. All of the therapists that you go to, they will all deliver the same set of answers to try to help you solve the human problem, which is full acceptance of the now and experiencing it in reality versus putting all of the contrast, the trauma from yesterday, the memory, the thought, the idea, and the philosophies. And so I try to pull myself and the people that I get to talk to beyond the idea that I need to repeat the idea over and over and over and over and over and over. It doesn't work that way. If you want to free yourself from condemnation and pain and anger and hate and unforgiveness, there's only one way. It's to be free.
to be free.
Wow. So are you in another committed relationship now, or are you just free?
I've decided that if I'm going to spend time having conversations with anyone, it will be the catalyst to a really great relationship. So what I do right now is build really strong foundations with the people that I have in my life. And if that person eventually becomes that person that I choose to spend that time with, then I will allow that to occur naturally. And I wouldn't put all of the effort that I used to put into trying to make anybody else experience me and just allow the allowing to occur. It's no fighting, no arguing, no stress, peacefulness. Look, I understand that everybody have bills. I understand that everybody have to co-create and to bless one another in relationships. I understand that, you know, people die in relationship. I understand all of those ideas. But I refuse to hold on to any old constructs that somebody for me. I tell people, it's like you deciding, look, there comes a day when you have to say, okay, I'm going to stop talking about this idea. You know, I've accepted it. It's how it's supposed to be in order to be. You know, our expansion as we were born and we live life and we squeeze through into eternity. It's us getting to do it.
So you're spiritual. You're spiritual, aren't you? You're
I'm aware.
spiritual.
I'm aware of my human experience. I'm aware of my human experience. So I trust in it. I trust that every one of us will have a journey to experience, and in that journey, we have to occur. You know, good marriage, bad marriage, sad days, hard days, days that you feel mad, days that you want to work, days that you're old, the days that you're dealing with physical conditions.
Okay, got you.
So
So what
we-
he is, he
yeah.
said he's a spiritual being having
Yeah.
a human experience.
Well, we appreciate your insight because that is a unique insight that we have
Very
not heard.
different.
You know what I'm saying?
Sis, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I didn't understand it.
I did.
I mean, I got some of
well,
it.
well,
I got some of it.
But he was
because to
saying,
me-
somebody said free the birds. This is what he said. This is what I perceived him to say.
Okay, let me see if I understand it.
He had been married for 20 years. He decided one day that it was better for the both of them that they go apart so that they could live their best lives.
But listen
figured
what
the
he
be-
said.
Well,
He decided for the both
that's
of
what
them.
he. But he, no. He said when he talked to her, she liked it, the idea.
But
So
then he
Everybody's
decided,
different.
I know, but he said he decided to make her happy. My thing of it is that if you decide to make her happy, then you had to know you were doing something to make her unhappy. Why
Listen, that's a whole nother topic, a whole nother show.
Anybody else confuses me, or is it just me? I'm sorry. Seemed like a very nice brother. Love what, got what he was saying. Sound very, very smart, intuitive. Somebody said, that's what he said. She said what she wanted to go.
See?
Somebody said, I hear you. Me too. See? Was it just me? Thank you.
But
Thank
Dr.
you.
Woods, but that's why we have people on here to give their perspective. You may not understand it or agree with it.
Somebody said, I was so confused too. Thank you. See, it wasn't just me. I didn't
say
he talked.
That was his reality.
Love, and I love everybody.
That was from his.
He talked like
what he wanted was to be free.
I should have known when I saw them beads. I should have known he had
all right.
beads. Listen. No, I'm not. He's a very nice man, but I didn't understand it because what he was saying to me, it just seems like you're giving an excuse for just wanting to just do whatever. I don't subscribe to that. Somebody, I'm serious, y'all. Somebody said he just wanted to be single.
That's
just
what he wanted, and that's what he got.
You ain't got to tell me about this spiritual experience. Just say, look here, brother, I want to be single.
You know,
he didn't even answer the question when you said about, are you, what you tell him? Is he dating somebody? He gave you a long about answer. Well, I'm gonna
well, Christopher said he's 65 and he's heard it all.
Look, I almost expect him to say, well, if the moon's aligned.
I'm so sorry, Lonzo. Your TikTok experience is limited. We would have loved to have talked to you. We don't understand why it's not working.
I understand nothing he was saying.
Okay, so see, Trey, if you're still on here, maybe you can come back up here and explain to Lonzo how to get up on TikTok.
Okay, I got it. So somebody said he dating a few. So in other words, he's just dating multiple people. Okay, I'm with you now. But all the other stuff,
he wanted to be free to date other people.
Didn't just say that. He went into this longer roundabout way, give me a whole darn dissertation. Just say I want to be single and I want to date multiple people.
Okay, Christopher wants a woman to please join. We can get a female perspective.
Somebody say, yep.
Anybody want to come on and talk about your perspective per what Christopher is asking? Christelle, thank you for being contributing to our gifts today. We appreciate you. Would you like to come on? And Lonzo, we're still trying to invite you so that you can hit the accept button.
And look, since you can't get on here, Lonzo, I'm finna just ask the question.
Can anybody pop on here to tell somebody how to accept an invite? Because we're limited to
If not, I'm finna go ahead and answer my question on here. I want to know if there is any guilt, because he discovered N.W.A. Why they thought they could call these women itches and O's. What made
that's why we want Lonzo to personally come on here and talk about it. We're itching to have them on here.
That was the start of the downfall of the black community.
It was a gateway.
No. It was a gateway.
It could have been.
It was a gateway.
But the downfall was that men were not in the home to raise their children.
Because they started thinking of all women as itches and O's.
Lonzo, please, come on.
I want to know. Somebody said it was before that. But you know what?
We go back to the slave.
They didn't have to make it worse.
We go back to the slave days where they purposely yanked families away.
Oh, somebody said Lonzo was against it.
Okay, that's Steve. Steve, you want to come on and talk? Have you been on before? Can you tell him how to do it?
Issue with it. I mean, we the only Christians. I don't listen to any of the clear music.
Please kind of tell him how to do it.
There's not one clear music. You ain't never heard a rock song where they up there calling the women itches and O's. We do it, and then that's a good point. Now we sit up here and do it as a term of it.
That's a good point.
Y'all, it riles me up.
Did you guys hear what she said? How come country music doesn't exploit or talk negative about women, but our culture does? That's our topic. That's our
culture does right there.
He's asking you to send it again.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, we're gonna send it again, Steve.
Period.
And maybe next time, maybe you can talk about this because
if you're going to, it's from the inside. And then go talk about that's part of our culture.
We're invited Lonzo.
No, it's not.
Again.
It's not part of my culture. I was raised in East Texas. We didn't have itches and hoes. The only O's we had were the ones you used in the garden.
Hello, that's
how about that? We didn't have.
There is a cultural double standard. He says self-degradation. That's true.
Self-degradation. I don't agree with it. Somebody said it's conditioning. Exactly, because it sells. Well, you know what? It's selling because we buy it. If we stop buying it,
that's true, and supporting
then maybe they'll change. Half the time, I don't know what they're talking about nowadays anyway.
Yeah, I just listen to the 90s and 2000s music.
That's it. Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. Except I don't.
Okay, where does the invite show up? In the screen or on the chat?
I'm telling you.
It should be right there on the screen. Okay, it should be right at the bottom, but when you're looking, it should be at the bottom.
I mean, I don't get it. Somebody said agreed, right, y'all? I'm telling you. I've spoken before about their behavior. Yes.
Okay, Lonzo, she's trying to talk to you here.
It should show up at the very bottom. There's like a little pink and blue guy at the bottom icon, and it should show that you have a request to join. You can click that and accept, or in the top left, there's a little thing that says join. It's orange. You can click that, and then I can accept you to come on.
Let's try that.
Either one.
Please, Lonzo. At the top, just ask to join so we can accept.
Somebody said it's a big badge that appears. Thank you, Christopher.
Where?
Look, see that join at the top, that orange join at the top, right there?
At the very top, right here. Bing, bang, boom.
Point to it.
Y'all can tell we ain't professional.
But we love what we doing here.
Love what we do.
Okay, we're trying. Okay, Dr. Andrew says send him an invite. Andrew Patton.
Oh, we love
We're going to send you one, sir.
What you gonna talk about? The itches and O's?
We just sent it to. All right, see, boom, he just joined that fast.
Turn it down for us, Dr. Andrew.
Hello, Dr. Patton. How are you?
What up?
I love it. Come on here, Crunk brother.
How y'all doing? I listen to y'all every now and again. I need to pay more attention to you ladies because
every Thursday, 12 noon Central Standard Time, sir.
Can I tell you why we should pay attention to women like you?
Why?
Because you guys are fair-minded.
Oh yeah, we're prayerful too.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Now I'm a product of '80s hip hop. I'll be 51 tomorrow, so I know exactly.
Happy birthday!
Well, thank you, lady.
In our club, so yes.
Yeah. Well, Auntie. Well, I'm an unk as well.
Okay.
But you know, I think though. The narrative that we miss is that I think that black culture has become the subcontractor of white supremacy.
Say it.
That's deep, sir. Yeah. Go deeper.
Boy, I don't get up and start running around there.
I can dig. And here's why I say, and we're all a part of it, including the guy that said it. I think that Tribe Called Quest said this. In their 1993 album, Midnight Marauders. If you're a Tribe fan, if you're a true hip hop fan before gangster rap or when gangster rap was, Q-Tip says that there's a song on the album called, if I can say it, "Sucker Nigga."
I got the album.
Okay, so listen to it. But what he's saying is, he said that the word came from the white man's mouth, a word from the deep south, and he's basically saying he's trying not to say the word too.
Exactly.
But it's an artistic expression to understand the contradiction. And so then when you talk about the itches and the O's and how we started saying it, well, that preceded hip hop because that was in blaxploitation films, right?
Yep.
And so Ice Cube once said that he heard the N-word in 1971. What he was saying was he heard it in a blaxploitation film.
Wow.
And so when Richard Pryor even had his own epiphany about saying the word, right? And it was artistic expression, but at what cost? Because here's the truth. Whether we made it an articulate or at least an artistic expression or not, as James Baldwin once said, it's not about if the white world calls us that, it's that if we think that we are that. Paraphrasing.
That's it. That's the part. That's my whole thing about even the culture. And I'm sorry we got on this tangent, y'all, but when we talk about what black men want and why I think that's part of why there's so much conflict is because of how black men actually have been taught to portray how they view black women, because the music that they grew up with, some of them, that's what they call women. I just
but it's twofold. It's twofold because remember, you can't write Vous Shibaz Aqua, whatever LaBelle wrote, and say that they like nasty sex and then ask to be treated with respect. You can't wear hot pants in the 60s and 70s. And I'm not saying that women should be respected. I want you to hear when I say this. I'm saying that from a standpoint of what men expected. I mentioned Richard Pryor. He was raised in a old house, and he saw his mother turn tricks.
Finally.
That's why he was married 7 times, and why he treated women the way that he did. So you notice that in this generation now, we went from when a guy named Apache wrote a song called "Gangster Itch" in 1993. Queen Latifah's response was "Black Rain," or "Who You Calling the Itch?" UNITY. But 3 years later, we have Lil' Kim on the album cover with her private parts out, and she's saying everything under the sun. And now the biggest sellers of hip hop is female rappers, and what are they saying? We are far removed from Roxanne Shante that could beat a man in a battle without ever calling herself an itch, using the N-word or anything. It was strictly from the art form. So when we understand the dichotomy of the responsibility of the ladies that say they want protection, and they should, and they deserve it, and this is not indicative of all women, but if you got Glorilla in your playlist, you got Megan Thee Stallion in your playlist, that's a huge contradiction. No more than if I got Drake or I got these type of men in my playlist that say all the things against sisters that we shouldn't say, then again, I am the subcontractor of white supremacy. Why? Because I am only looking through this as entertainment, but not knowing that whatever I put into my spirit is what I'm going to put back out in the atmosphere.
Woo,
so we're not
a mouthful right
and
there.
I'm laughing because our producer over here, y'all know she a clear person. Why she over here nodding her head agreeing with you when you said that we are promoting white supremacy? And y'all, that's coming from a white woman. She over there doing this. Her veins is just moving like this.
I'll say this in closing. When it comes to what I have matured in as it relates to what I need in a woman, I don't want a woman that watch housewife shows. Sorry. You might be a woman.
Ratchet all day.
I don't want a woman that has Meg Thee Stallion, those type of women in their playlist and only call it entertainment. I want a woman. You don't have to be at church and all in the glory all the time. But literally, when I began to study Proverbs 31 for what it really was, first, it was a letter to the king and not to the woman. The first 8 verses is from a mom to a son who is a king. And she says, don't waste your strength on most men, if we're honest, even this guy that sang this, we like strange women. We like O's. We do. We don't like the wholesome girls that'll make us wait, make us respectful. And the women will play the game and dangle the carrot. Because when you look at social media, all you see is trick and old behavior. That's all you see.
That's all I'm saying.
We're going to bring you back, sir. We're going to bring you back.
We got the Godfather that I
Lonzo,
said.
Finally. This was right up your, what you want. We got you too. Would you like to say some comments, sir, before we bring Lonzo on here?
Okay. I used to do music, right? What people don't know, and I've worked with named artists, and I'm going back to where you had to go to the labels. It's called programming. How many times have you sat and listened to a song and it got on your nerves and you didn't like the song?
Then you sing it.
It's called programming, right? Mm-hmm. And what's happening is back when I was doing it, I'm 50 and I was doing it the late 90s, early 2000s. What they do is you would go to the label with a CD and it's somebody that don't even look like us, that don't even look like they listen to hip hop or R&B, saying if it's hot or not. And the more disrespectful and the more separation you can put in the community is what they said, you know what? Listen to this. That's what happened. Now, where the problem lies is, in my opinion, I'm not saying it's a fact.
That's your opinion. Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, where the problem lies is, they know that we're the consumers of music, fashion. You can look at the community. It's supply and demand, and they know. Mm-hmm. The problem lies with us because we keep fueling the machine. If we stop downloading this music, listening to it,
literally said that.
cutting them TV shows off, all that, then they realize they have no more power. I'm going to be honest, no disrespect to y'all producer, but it's the YT person that's a part of this programming.
Yeah,
It's true.
it's true.
That separates all this and says, no, they're becoming. We were Voltron. And my parents, God rest their soul, were born in 1935, 34 and 35. So my parents, my parents were a lot of people's grandparents' age. And my parents were from the deep south. So I'm multi-generational. Sharecropper parents, I'm a Generation X, and my kids are millennials. So I got a healthy balance of all of it, right? What I was taught is, from back in the day, how they moved, we started to form Voltron. But when they seen that we started to come together and we were becoming more powerful as a community, they had to find a way to chop the head off of Voltron. So what did they do? They started with the movies, the black exploitations. Yep. Then they started seeing that everybody started getting away from that. And they started putting Richard Pryor in a little the movies with what's his name, Gene Wilder, whatever the guy name is. They started making a buddy moves like that.
Yeah.
And then they said, okay, they not really gravitating towards that. So the next step, music, because they love music.
Woo!
Lonzo, and once they hit music,
they
had us, and it was a wrap.
He's setting it up for you, Lonzo.
Man, we appreciate you.
It was a wrap.
Don't go anywhere, y'all.
The man of the hour has finally arrived.
It took us a whole hour to get you, Lonzo.
Well, you know, I learned.
Can't wait. What happened, man? What took so long?
I was on my computer. It don't work on the computer the same way that it does the phone.
Oh, okay. Now we get it. Okay.
I was in my podcast studio thinking I can do it from my podcast studio. And I said, when she showed me the phone, I said, let me go to my phone. And it works. So,
Lord. Is that what happened? My
That's what happened.
that time. Listen. Have you been listening to all this, right?
Oh, yeah.
So,
you know, these brothers have great points. And a lot of them are right on point when it comes to the decline of the music scene and how we got to where we are right now. Okay. I go back to the early 70s. I remember as a young man, 16 years old, when the N.W.A. go back for a minute and stay with me.
Okay.
In the movie Dolomite with Eddie Murphy. Okay. There's a scene in the movie where Dolomite, Eddie Murphy, goes to this white producer, says, hey, man, I want you to produce my movie. And the guy says, sorry, we can't do that. The NAACP is cracking down on these kind of movies. All right? So Dolomite goes out and does his own movie. Now, go back to the real time in 73, 72, 73, Lonzo was 16 years old. Lonzo loved black exploitation movie because Pam Grier would take her top off at the drop of a hat.
Right.
Yeah. And we didn't see the female anatomy like that unless you saw it in a black exploitation movie. Now, what they were able to do is they would make the movies, but they would distribute them. Okay? So when they distributed the movies, we made them and they distributed them. So now they can't take blame. They can't take blame for the content. They only assisted the content in getting out to the general public. Same thing now. They're not doing anything directly to us. They just promote the artists that do it for them. You follow me?
Yeah.
So they don't have to talk. They don't have to call you an N-word. They don't have to call you a B-word. They just let the artists do it. But you got your people doing it for them. I'm just gonna make sure you got the platform to do it. I'm going to promote you. I'm going to make you a celebrity, make you a star. Meanwhile, I'm going to suppress everybody else that got something positive to say. Because in the early days of hip-hop, you had all facets of hip-hop. You had the gangster rap, you had the hammer rap, you had the dance rap, you had Public Enemy, KRS-One, Pro Righteous Teachers. You had all those different people that were there to give hip-hop variety. But when they realized that music, and especially hip-hop music, because hip-hop music is done very redundantly. They deal with loops. They deal with loops.
Sure do. On the radio,
they deal with chants. They deal with music is very infectious to your ears. And your ears are the closest input to your brain. So therefore, what my man called it, I call it
he talked about how the songs that you will find yourself singing that you don't like. I call it a brain stain.
Yeah. What's it called, Lonzo?
Called it a brain stain.
Wait, brain stain.
A brain stain because you this song's like I remember that song years ago. I'm in love with the Coco. I hated that song. I hated it, but I found myself singing it.
Singing it.
Infection. Yeah. Now, here's the problem. Here's the next problem. Back in the early 70s and the 80s when hip hop was first introduced, we had those big old boom boxes. So not only did your mama know what you was listening to, everybody in the neighborhood.
Yes.
So now everybody's music is in their ears directly. You don't know what your kids listen to anymore. You have no idea what they're listening to. None. Yeah. Music has got personalized, it got privatized. So now they're able to infect the kids' minds or infect our minds in general. And because we're in an era that so many people want to be their kids' friends and not their parents.
We want to come back, y'all, because I know we segued into something.
We want to bring you back for this.
Actually, how many of y'all would like to come back next week and we talk about how the black music has influenced the black culture? Actually, in my standpoint, really just.
Would you be willing to do that next week? And since we now know how to do it,
I got it now. I'll be back on time.
You sure you got it?
I got it.
Sure.
Okay. On your phone. But you know what? It creates a crazy dynamic because when you think about it, we are in our youth. When a song comes on, it takes you right back to where you were or when you first heard it, right? That's how the effects of music is on everybody. And so what you're saying is if they are feeding that machine, it has really affected our culture in such a way that think about the guy that talked about all the women now that are vulgar, that's kind of what they do and how it's affected everybody. So I would love for you to come back. We would love for you to come back next week and really talk about how you started.
The influence it's had on
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
Everything. And really about the programming and the one that came on here that talked about the program. We'd love to have you back on, Dr. Andrew, if you're still on here.
Dr. Patton.
Dr. Andrew Patton. We'd love to have you guys all come back on because that is part of the problem.
Absolutely, it's part of the problem. People are getting rich off of the degradation of our culture. But honestly, can I say this and you not be offended? Were you a part of that?
Nope.
That's what I asked.
Let me tell you a quick story. When they first started off with N.W.A. Now, first of all,
N.W.A.
That's already the name.
Okay, everything you saw in the movie Straight Outta Compton took place in my house where I'm at right now. I'm in my studio right now. Okay. I am a product of the 50s and 60s. I grew up on Temptations, Clyde and the Family Stone, Dramatics. When I started doing World Class Wrecking Crew, our group was considered a dance and romance group.
Right. Okay.
Our biggest hits were slow songs. Okay. Our only goal in life was to make a little bit of money and get a little bit of loving. Okay. That was our only goals in life. Right? When other artists started getting successful in doing street music, like Battle Ram and some other things that came out in the late 70s, early 80s, they got the idea. Well, I'm sorry, when Luke Skywalker got famous for doing his stuff, his nasty stuff, okay, the vulgar stuff. Some of my members decided they wanted to find something that was a niche that nobody else had, and that's when the record crew split.
Okay.
And they were trying to do things. They were never supposed to be above ground artists. They were always supposed to be underground. Because at that time, there was two record industries. There was the majors and the independents. You could be a huge success in independent and never make the radio.
Yeah.
You could be a very huge success and never make the radio. And as time progressed, the independent part got kind of crushed. And so a lot of the artists that started off being independent ended up getting elevated to the majors. Now, when they first started off, anybody that's a real N.W.A. hip hop fan, go back to their original first few songs. And it was one of the songs was called Something to Dance To and Panic Zone. either one of those records, both of those records were produced by Arabian Prince, who was a member of N.W.A, but he was also on the same musical vibe as World Class Wrecking Crew. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until they did Express Yourself when they started going to jail. If you're a hip hop fan, follow me. The first time they did anything in jail was on Express Yourself, but they was expressing yourself from expressing yourself from criminal facilities, blah blah blah, locking up your abilities, something to that effect. And they never started off being gangsters. They eventually evolved into being gangsters because that when they made F the Police. Mm-hmm. And the Rodney King situation jumped off. That record became a national anthem in the hood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
No, for the first time, people actually understood where they were coming from. People, for the first time, white America realized cops can be bad guys. And by them making that record, because before then, their records were getting smashed by bulldozers. They were Tipper Gore and everybody else was anti-everybody. Al Gore was the vice president. His wife, Tipper Gore, was hating on them majorly. I was relieved. I said, oh my God, I'm glad I ain't in that mess right there, boy. I'm glad I'm not in that mess. And then when the streets erupted during the Rodney King situation, that's when everything kind of shifted.
I want Dr. Andrew to make sure he comes back.
Please, Dr. Andrew. Yeah.
Because he looks like he is one of those, he's a music historian that knows dates and times. Make sure, and I know whatchamacallit said he was going to actually come back too. I can't wait. So, y'all, I got closings.
Yeah, we got work to do. But we are glad that you made it and have arrived. We know you have some great information to share. So next week, we're going to invite you back, and we'll talk about how music has affected our culture and relationships, honestly.
Let me say this right quick. There's a lot of people.
Hold on. It better be quicker than that last story.
Okay. a lot of people think they know the story of West Coast hip hop.
Yeah.
I lived it. Okay.
We understand. We respect that.
I respect that. So what we're gonna do when you come back, I'm gonna have my questions for you, sir.
Please do.
I'm gonna be on there. We're gonna talk about the H's and O's.
I love you. Thank you.
All right, y'all. We appreciate you. We've got to wrap it up this week, but tune in next week for the T&T Podcast. Alonzo is gonna Lonzo, because there ain't no money here. Lonzo will be back next week to talk about the hip hop.
I told you I'm gonna call him. I'm just gonna say I ain't call Lonzo because there ain't no money here. I'm gonna call him, hey Lonnie. Lonnie. That's it.
So we appreciate all of y'all hanging into the end, but we've got to go. So we will see you next week, Central Standard Time at 12 noon. Okay?
See y'all then.
All right, thank you, y'all.
Let's go pay some bills.
Bye.